how did you get involved in Clothing Closet?
Yeah, so I was looking for ways to help at Zion that I felt called to do, and they were looking for volunteers for the clothes closet. And so I volunteered, and I've been doing this for almost 4 or 5 years now.
I would say probably 6 or 7 years ago, I would volunteer here and also bring Savannah, my daughter, to volunteer here with me. And then maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a need for someone to do this, and I really love being able to see the families come in and find things for themselves and know that it's free. I've had children come in and pick up little things like dinosaurs and be like, is it really free? And I'm like, yes, it's free. So basically I got into doing it 4 or 5 years ago and just really enjoy the interaction with all the people that I meet through here.
So on one Saturday a month, I come and do the storefront volunteering. So that is manning this desk and welcoming customers, checking them in, opening the clothes closet, keeping it clean, closing the closet, sorting clothes, keeping busy.
How does the Clothing Closet fit into the mission of Zion?
Because we're here to serve and we're here to share the resources that our community provides. And so I think from a mission perspective, it lets people outside of our community and those inside of our community. We also have people from Zion who sometimes need the assistance of the Clothing Closet. It lets people know that if they need clothing or shoes or accessories, you know, there's a couple of other things that are here as well. We are here to basically serve them on Saturday mornings, you know, being here to make sure they can come in and shop for free. And also the volunteers that give up their time all the time to be able to come in and sort the clothes and have them available for them. So I think it just shows that we're here to serve.
I think it is providing for our community, just like the Middletown Food Bank. So I think it is just another way that we can give to our neighbors in Christ.
How many volunteers do you have?
I'm gonna say about 12. So, and 4 or 5 common that volunteer on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11, and then the rest of the people come in whenever it works for them. It's not uncommon for me to come over here to do something and there's already somebody else here sorting. So it's just a really good way for like a parent who is waiting on their child to be done from soccer or any sporting event, that they can come over and be here for an hour, sort clothes, and then go back and pick their child up from whatever event it is. So it's just a really easy thing for people to be involved in.
What can be donated here?
Everything that you could imagine. So clothes, shoes, housewares, I would say things like towels and blankets really go. Usually kids clothing is something that we go through really quickly here, men's clothing, but really anything.
Can you tell me a little history about the house?
The house, from the history that I know, I'm gonna say maybe 10-15 years ago was used as a safe house or a youth house. So it was used for the middle school and high school kids to come over and have a place to be together, just basically a safe place for them to be. Most of the time people were picked up by a van over at the middle school and high school and brought over to the safe house, and they did games with them, did different events with them, and it really was just a way for the youth to be able to connect again and know that we were here for them if they needed us. And so as far back as I know was when it was a safe house. I don't know the actual what happened prior to that.
It became the Clothing Closet when?
Maybe about 8 years ago.
What would the world look like if the Clothing Closet didn't exist?
I think there would be a lot of families who would need to go to places like Goodwill or other places where they can get used clothing, but at a cost. So I think this is such a great opportunity to provide for them. And we have it, right? We all have clothes that we donate to all of these other places. And here's a place where you can donate to and give them free to families, which I think is huge. So it costs them nothing to come here.
I think it's a place where people don't really feel like there's people out there for them that are willing to help them. And I'm hoping there will always be a clothing closet somewhere, because I think that to me is the key, is that they're able to come, get what they need when they need to. If someone needs to come on a different time other than a Saturday morning, which is when we're typically open, we have volunteers that are willing to come help them. So it's hard for me to imagine a place without a clothing closet, because I know for us, whatever clothes aren't necessarily used here, they also go to the Frederick Rescue Mission. And so I feel like, we connect with a larger community that way. So yeah, I hope that's not really ever a thing.
I see the impact that it gives our community. So today, for example, we've had probably 10 families come in to get clothes. They're free for people in need. I get to interact with kids and see them get excited about new clothes or new toys that were dropped off. And so it really fills my cup.
I think it works pretty well. We have a lot of really great volunteers that, as you've seen this morning, I come in and notice that there's hooks on the wall, that someone's came in and did that to help us be able to hang things. And there's just a lot of people in the background that do what they can do when it works for their schedule. And I think that's probably what makes it work so well, is that we're able to be here when we can be here. And, for those Saturday mornings that I need people, I never have any trouble getting people to be here. I've not had Saturdays where it's like we just can't be here because there's no volunteer, because there's generally always volunteers.